So how's this for unusual? We have Old Colony playing a Friday night game. That's something that hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, well, they have played a couple night games closer to Thanksgiving, but it's usually at Voke Tech or some other site. But at their place, that hasn't happened, I think, in close to 20 years or over 20 years. But they're renting lights, and they're bringing them to Old Colony, and they're going to have a Friday night football game.
Nice.
So
Welcoming in South Shore Voke.
Yep, South Shore Voke will be coming to down, and South Shore Voke, both teams have 2-2 records this year. South Shore is actually coming off a shutout loss to Nantucket. Nantucket ended up scoring 25 points and shutting out South Shore, and in South Shore's other loss this year, they were also shut out in that game as well. So in games that they've lost, they have not been able to put any points on the board. In games that they've won, they've been able to put up about 25 points, on average in those two games. So it's really, things are clicking for them. They do well, and if they're not, they don't do so well. And I think the same can kind of be said for Old Colony. Old Colony started the season off 2-0, putting, I think it was like 40 points on the board, 30 points on the board, and then the past 2 weeks, the Cougars have struggled a little bit and dropped their past two games. They're actually coming off the loss to it was Upper Cape 30-18 this past week, and I know they had some costly mistakes in that game. I think a few turnovers and just kind of shot themselves in the foot. At least with that. Nick Fryer was at that game, and he was talking to me a little bit about it, and he said they had this one turnover that they had all the momentum, and then they turned over the ball, and it just really kind of took all the air out of their sails in that game. Once again, Cole Bernier, was impressive, like he has been all season. He had 224 all-purpose yards. He actually even caught a pass. He's a quarterback, but he caught an 11-yard pass.
Hey, he was a receiver before.
Yeah, from a running back. And in the second half, that's really where the Cougars kind of struggled defensively. They gave up 22 straight points and, kind of fell into a hole. And just, kind of, playing mistake-free football is the key. Not having the turnovers, because Old Colony's proven they can put the points on the board. They can move the ball. I know Marcus Andrade, he ended up scoring 2 touchdowns this past game for them. So he kind of, got into the mix a little bit. But it's just, a lot of times turnovers can just change the momentum. And,
right.
And that can really hurt. But I think it should be a pretty evenly matched game against South Shore this weekend, or this Friday. I keep saying this weekend because they usually play on Saturday.
Right.
But this Friday night. And just, hey, it's their first Friday night home football game in 20 years or so. Make it go there if you don't have other plans on Friday night. Head to Old Colony.
Fill up the stands and help convince them to put up lights permanently so they don't have to keep renting them.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll be happening Friday night at 7, and you can follow along with all the action on Twitter at SC_varsity, or talk about the game by using the hashtag SCVfootball.